Hello, hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. If you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed or whatever works for you. All right. Okay. I have got the most bonkers stuff to share with you today. I mean, I just, that kind of. So anyway, yes, it is December 1st. Or a nice little overlay today, and if I can get it to focus, the nails are this red Christmassy, like a red French, but with snowflake and ribbons and stuff like that. So those are today's nails. The lipstick is new. We're trying it out, and thank you. Yeah, we're gonna go with the bonkers. We're gonna start there. So hello. Okay, let me. I cannot. So we're just starting writing. Goral and Colleen brought this up, and okay. All right, I'll take this down. But we're sleeping right there. So if you see movement, that's what that is. And this is, okay, here's the, okay. In the annals of who gives a blank about Christmas, supposedly, the First Lady has decorated the White House for Christmas. Okay. Here's the thing. One, I don't think she did this. I really don't. The caption was something like, home is where the heart is. Only, so it's basically like, okay, so one, I don't think you wrote that. She wrote that. Two, so that means your heart is in New York? Yeah. Okay, here's the thing though. Yeah, and where's the gold? Exactly, Melissa. But here's the thing. It's really hard to see on here. I'm afraid I can't zoom in very well, but you can find this. You can find this online, this picture. Those in the background, you have two portraits. You have George Washington, and then you have President Dumpster Fire. The pictures are done in Legos. Legos. Two pictures. George Washington, who won the Revolutionary War, became our first president, stepped down from the presidency so that we would not have a king. And it was way too late, but at least, at the very, 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 very least, freed his slaves when he died, which is beyond a low bar. Okay, but this George Washington won, he put his life on the line, won the Revolutionary War, gave up, just constantly in hunger and everything. Went through all of that so that we would have a free country and that we would not have a king. And then you have the man using the mugshot for his official portrait, his mugshot with 34 felony convictions. A liar, a cheat, a cheater. Jury found him liable for SA. So, yeah. Laura says Melania shared this on the Flotus X page. Thank you. Brandon says, can we just admire the talent that goes into making Lego portraits so they look realistic like that, though? Yeah. But there's no way she did this. I do not believe. Yeah, she's. She is done. Okay, let me do this. She is done. Oh, she's done. Oh, look, isn't it lovely? She's not even there. No, thank you. No way. No how. Nope. So, Christmas at the White House. What's left of it? Because a big part of it is now missing. But then again, with no East Wing, I guess there's no First Lady offices. Oh well. Yeah. That's Christmas at the White House. We're going to pretend that everything's lovely. Yes, everything. This is not lovers. This is a partnership. We are in a partnership. Isolation. Just get a divorce. Just get a divorce. Why are you still married? Oh, that's right. Home is where the money is. Anyway, yeah. Chris Cole says maybe Malaria asked him to destroy the East Wing. Okay, now before we leave, let me stop this so I can get the right picture. Before we leave this at 7 minutes 40 seconds in, oh my gosh, the boneheaded. Oh my gosh, these first questions are just. Okay, let's go this way. Where is it? Let me go back and find it. It's up here, and there it is. Pete Hegseth posted for your Christmas wish list a children's book. Maybe it's a joke. Maybe it's not. Franklin targets narco-terrorists. Posted by Pete Hegseth. Thank you, Detonate. The man facing 2 congressional investigations. 2. Yeah. 1 in each chamber. Yeah, we'll get there. There's a question about that. Bad taste if it's a joke. Oh, and 100%. Yeah. Wow. Okay, is there going to be some kind of backlash? Because no. Just no. Wow. Can at least make it a little smaller here for a second. Wow. Well, we know what Hegseth did. He's isolated. Republicans are turning against him. I wasn't actually wanting to read yet. We're going to read on the actual congressional investigations, but I'm getting his isolation secrets. They're secrets. And he was out there acting on Trump the man's behalf. And this is a refusal to talk. You know how Bondi went in there and she had a list of nasty things to say to Democrats? That's what they're just going to keep doing. To some extent, I don't even know why they're having a hearing. Unless they're willing to actually, and we'll get to that in a minute, but unless they're willing to actually do something about this, why even have a hearing? Raymond is saying, Peter Keg's breath, not all alcoholics are anonymous. Yeah. Jeannie saying, what if a child sees this? Well, I will take it down then. But it's not, it's just vile. Okay, but before we get to Hegseth, there's something else that's bonkers that you need to know about. At 11 minutes, 15 seconds, I wish I was making this up. We dropped a bomb on Beirut. Technically, we gave it to Israel to drop on Beirut, but we dropped a bomb on Beirut, okay? It didn't go off. It's a dud. The U.S. has now contacted Lebanon and asked for our bomb back, please, because the U.S. military is afraid that they're going to reverse engineer it because it has super duper capabilities. So the U.S. has contacted Lebanon to get our bomb back. The stupid, it hurts. What? I cannot. Oh, Melissa says yes. You know, takesy backsies. We're beyond. This is the dumbest. This is the dumbest timeline ever. These are the dumbest people who have ever been in control of our government. And I thought that was saying something. Okay. There's only one piece of major arcana here. No, here's the, oh, look, taking your, sending or taking your military hardware elsewhere. That's for the reading, in the hope of doing some damage and causing some fear. But this was given to Israel. And oopsies, now it is a captive. And if you think that there aren't scientists in various parts of the world reverse engineering our stuff, I got news. It ends with Hanged Man. I don't think you're going to get your bomb back. Unless they do something. I don't know what, but unless they do something, I don't think it's happening. I'm sorry, just making sure I didn't have lipstick on my teeth. Oh, Sierra says lipstick teeth. Actually, I didn't. I'll double check, but no, my teeth are just weird, I guess. Rose Blue says possession is 9/10 of the law. Yes, but thank you for telling me about that. I've done chunks of the live stream where no one told me I had lipstick on my teeth. I appreciate the help. All help I can get. All right, this idiot. Nettie says, please don't pull the hair out of your head, girl, because with this stupid administration, you'll end up bald. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Four Wagging Tails said, this regime is made up of the stupidest stupidity that ever stupided. Yes. See, it's not. Looks like it's, yeah, anyway. Chaos bombing. And when the smoke cleared, yeah, well done. You just helped. Yeah, you just helped some foreigners make some nice stuff. Well done. Anyway, Teresa says, Caligon, take me away. Or is it Teresa? Teresa? Okay. All right. I did. Okay. Now we're going to go on to Hegseth. Lord. 1615, both the Bear and Lisa were asking about this. So Keg's Breath now faces 2 congressional investigations led by Republicans, both chambers of Congress. Previously, the United States Senate, led by Roger Wicker, the senior Republican on the Armed Services Committee, announced an investigation into Hegseth for possible war crimes violations. Now the House Armed Services Committee has done the same. Will Keg's Breath actually face any? I don't know. You can. My understanding is the Senate can impeach a secretary, correct? They have to give. They have to be confirmed by the Senate, so the Senate can rescind that, right? Melissa says my face is starting to hurt from giggling. Well, I'm glad. Good. Good. Wow. Keg's Breath. Don't worry. I'm not getting near you with an open flame. Oh, okay. Yeah. There might be something here. I'm just not sure why we're still getting that secrets card. Makes me wonder if something else is going to be revealed. Amy says impeachment must go to the House first. Oh gosh, Mikey. Okay. Well, fingers crossed. He will not remain in power for hopefully less than a year or just over a year. Oh, Hegseth is in trouble. I know it seems impossible, but I've got, it says here, it just, yeah, okay. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah. Feeling beaten up on the defensive. I've got a big old major arcana suspension right in the middle. Then I've got secrets, and these are legislators aggressively going after these secrets. Now, you'd think, well, so I was looking for some clarification. We know what we want to happen to him, but this energy is around him. And I've got a big old justice card, a magician, and a DEHEH card. So this is not good for him. So what are the secrets? Please tell me that Hegseth can end up on trial and point the finger at dumpster fire himself. Please tell me. Because we know something big is coming. We know something big is coming. Whew. Thank you, Teresa. Chris Cole says, at minimum, Taco could at least fire Hegseth. You notice he hasn't fired anybody this time. His first term, he was going through people like water, but this time, they screw up. Who cares? He doesn't, and he is in a bubble, and we're going to read on that because, wow, is he in a bubble. I thought he was in a bubble before. Oh, yeah, this is not good for Hegseth at all. The secrets, it starts with secrets. The secrets are very bad. Very, very bad. Trying to confuse things. But we end up, that's a whole lot of, look at all this, and some Democrats and maybe even some Republicans doing the right thing. I got a big old world card right there. End of chapter, whole new life ahead of you. So big changes. Card of the reading is hope, though. There's some good stuff here for us, but that's not good for him because, whoops, wow. All right. Hey, Petey, your cards are terrible. I mean, awful. I mean, woof. They're bad. Whew. Dragonfly is asking, in regards to war crimes, is there even a statute that expires? Not on murder. Dragonfly says also international courts can go after him. Was it Bush who took us out of the international court jurisdiction, or were we already out of it? If we weren't before, W was, yeah, he really didn't want to be held accountable. Yeah. Okay. 2220. This is just weird. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're sleeping. Make sure you're getting water. Make sure you're having some kind of fruit or vegetable every day. Take care of yourself. We're going to get through this. It's just really crazy right now. Trump is more isolated than ever before. New reporting shows how President Dumpster Fire has stopped holding rallies. Have you noticed that? He stopped holding rallies. And they were unhinged before. He has dramatically reduced domestic travel, choosing instead to stay within his own properties. Well, that's to make money. Dine with wealthy allies, which is also to make money, and consume only praise-filled media. So it was already bad, but apparently it's even worse. Thank you, Lewis. The George W. officially withdrew the U.S. from the Rome Statute. Thank you. Reinforced by loyalist staff, curated news, and limited contact with the ordinary Americans. Is this to protect him from the public learning something is terribly wrong? He said again that he doesn't know what part of his body was MRI'd, but it wasn't his brain, because he passed a cognitive test, which is something you couldn't do, he said to the reporter. I'm wondering why one of those journalists says, "Oh, so you had an MRI and you literally, so you're not doing well because you literally don't know where the MRI was? That's very sad, sir." Oh, I have something a little crude, but not like get the channel in trouble crude, but it was very, very funny. I ran across last night. Share that with you in a minute. All right, Bubble Boy. Dragonfly said he also said he's fine with releasing the MRI in 2 weeks. Let me guess, in 2 weeks. Whew, wow. Well, the last card is absolute isolation. And, you know, he still has access to social media, what have you. The rest of these cards, they're okay. Knight of Pentacles. Republicans are still protecting him. The Nine of Cups, that's Democrats, we're standing together. There's adding insult to injury, which is how he talks. Page of Pentacles, the flunkies around him have so little power. And it ends in absolute isolation. And like I've said, this man is not going to, if this man steps down, I will be shocked because his narcissism won't allow it. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Okie dokie. So anyway, I'm having this my nail's falling off. While I'm fixing it, I will tell you. Last night, actually, let me get this thing out so I don't have to bend over while I'm telling you the story. Where is it? Oh no, it's over here. Okay. You fixed my nail. Small thing. Chris Cool said, Bubble Boy, thank you, Seinfeld. Oh, is that a Seinfeld thing? I didn't like Seinfeld. I'd heard that before. Anyway. All right. So I was, late night flipping through short videos. And there are any number of little short videos of women, specifically women who have really brutal, they're in really brutal relationships. I'm not saying that, it's, only men can be abusive, but so this woman was saying that she said, I forget if it was her husband or her boyfriend, whatever his name was. He wants me to make a list of everything I do during the day to prove that I'm not sitting on my rear end. And then she was like, but I make focaccia and I do all this. And I just stopped there because I'm like, lady, seriously, you do not need to justify yourself. You don't need to justify your existence. You do not know. You have a right to be. And you're making an effort. You do you. But so I stopped watching the video because she did not need to debase herself by explaining what she does during the day. But I went straight to the comments because I knew they were going to be lit. All right. And they were, But there was one comment. So remember what the guy wanted. He wants her to make a list of what she does every day. One of the comments was, I'd give him a list of his friends. I lost it. I completely lost it. Oh, gosh. Oh. Sorry. I don't know what this lipstick is doing to my teeth, but it doesn't have lipstick on them. Anyway. Officially 70, a list of his who? His friends. I'd give him a list of his friends. Anyway. Innuendo, correct, Dio. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there because it made me laugh. And yes, if you're on a relationship and your significant other is like, well, I want to know what you do all day to prove that you're not just sitting, or you have no reason to justify your existence. neither he nor she deserves to treat you that way. You do not deserve to be treated that way. They do not deserve to treat you that way. They do not have that right. Get stuffed. Anyway, all right. Anyway, all right. Okay. All right. At 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 40. Okay. Speaking of the perfect MRI results, 31. So, Dumpster Fire said he would release his perfect MRI results if needed. Claimed he did not know what part of his body was scanned. Aww. Should we hold your hand while you tell us you had a test and you don't even know that great big MRI machine and you didn't even know what part of your body they were scanning? We know things can be really confusing as, you age and you mentally are. Yeah. Anyway, and insisted it was not his brain. Is it too small? Is your brain too small? They couldn't find it? Because he had already aced a cognitive test, which he said the reporter would be incapable of doing. Lewis isn't wondering, does he know the human body parts besides the grabby parts? Oh my gosh. Yes, Grace, he is so nasty. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. He's not releasing it. It's bad. It's bad. He had to go to the machinery. Somebody may try to take it to court, but this is huge medical intervention. And we need to talk about this. Everybody needs to be talking about his mental state. Because the MRI, the tests, it's not just the MRI. Massive, massive burden over unable to cope. Absolute chaos. That's Trump's health. Not good. Ideas in the flow. Thank you so much. Did you see the picture someone took of him at Mar-a-Lago over the weekend? He was falling asleep in the dining room. I just saw him looking to the side, looking terrible. But Trump's mental health, it's bad. It's really bad. You don't need me to tell you, but I assumed it was bad. But the feeling on these cards is, ugh. So, wow. Whew, okay, so, oh, Deb gifted 10 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, Deb. Makes a big difference. Thank you. Okay, let me move this one question up, because we're gonna cover two questions that are not as happy, little upsetting, but we're in this together, and we look at the real news. That's anybody, if you're new around here, hello. That's how the channel goes. You get real news from legitimate sources, and then we just look at the intuitive side of it. But you get real news here with links back to sources. So yeah, I don't know. There are even some big channels that they're just like, this is happening, and it's like, what? Where's the? And then you go looking and looking and looking, and you can't find it. It's like, really? But that is not how we do around here. Anyway, so at 35:45, we've got two hard questions and then a don't threaten me with a good time. 35:55. So experts and former officials warn that the dumpster fire administration's mass firing of DHS civil rights watchdogs and dismantling of oversight offices has left immigration detention and enforcement with virtually no accountability. Creating conditions where abuses can occur with impunity. Will there be oversight at all? Man, there's lots of clickbait out there. Yep, not here. Can we please get some oversight? Time. We know it's bad, and we know it's secret. We know there's secrecy. Oh, look at that. President Trump, dumpster fire, secrets of how bad it is. We know that. We saw this during his last administration. Suspension this is not a good suspension. This is a suspension of decency. No watchdogs, oversight. It's infuriating. Strength, Ace of Wands. It's a matter of time. Unfortunately, it feels like for this time period, this is where we are. Dragonfly says only oversight so far as the courts, and the admin is ignoring them. Yeah. Time. Bless. Okay. At 38:30, Republican lawmakers in more states are reporting threats from MAGA for not blindly following Trump. Surprise. One recent victim is Indiana State Senator Jean Leising, a Republican, who refused to agree to Trump's redistricting plan. Since then, she has been inundated with threats to her and her family, including, I'm going to spell this out because I don't want to get dinged by YouTube, including a PIPE, second word BOMB. Will this cause more to stand beside him? Melissa says that's just not right. I agree. Dragonfly says, I never thought the leopard would eat my face. That's part of it too. It makes my gut hurt. So, are they going to stick to him in fear? For now. Hey, hi, Republicans are supporting Trump. Hi. You don't have to. And if you continue to stand by him, you really think that you're going to be safer? Really? And you really think you're going to be able to keep your job? You think you can just keep your head down? He won't notice? Star, sitting pretty. Look how high you've risen. And now you have reaped the whirlwind. Bed, made, lie in it. It's wrong, which is why you should be a Democrat. We don't do that. We don't. Do you know, correct me if I am wrong, is there a single Democrat who threatens violence the way that dumpster fire does? Anyone? Anyone on our side? Four Wagging Tails asks, could the threats be coming from the offshore bots? Well, the thing I spelled out, that's not going to be an overseas bot. And we know that the people who have the morons who've taken a pot shot at the president, which is wrong. We don't want no violence in politics, period. But those idiots who took a pot shot at the president, they were Republicans. They were on his side. Dorinda says the Dems threaten lawsuits. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Yeah, Sierra Gal says nada. Hey. Card for the reading is the DEATH card. First card is the Tower. Hey, Republicans, come get your boy. Or better yet, quit trying to give him more power, at the least. You could become a new Democrat. You really could. You could say, you know what? I've had enough of this. Yeah. Fun says, zip. Burn says, come get your cadaver. Okie dokie. Anyway, so 38 or 39. I think it was 39. Anyway, 40. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. 43, 45. Mayor had a question. Former Capitol Policeman Michael Fanone. I'm saying his name correctly, aren't I? If I'm not, please correct me, as always. Former Capitol Policeman Michael Fanone stated over the weekend that he believes that as 45 gets into more trouble, surprise, Trump will be forced to move to Saudi Arabia. Can we do an update on Felon 45's flight risk? Beth says, my plan is to wait another 100 years before I reincarnate next time around. None of this 35-year nonsense. No. 100 at least. So, Dumpy, you gonna flee to Saudi Arabia? You better hope you've still got some money, because otherwise they're not gonna want you. It is correct. Thank you. Oh, I wish. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Exits. Yeah. Lee is saying, let him fly at this point. I just want him gone. No. Raymond, did Pam Bondi really say inflatable frog costumes are the uniform of Antifa? Oh, okay. Oh gosh, she's so awful. No. I don't have flight here. I have that we are not going to lose our democracy. We are strong. There are more of us than them. This whole time getting back in and his victory, quote unquote. You have voters here in the center. We have Democrats moving forward. And we have criminality. And it's the Democrats moving forward against the criminality. That's all I've got. I don't have him leaving. Well, I don't have him leaving the country permanently. This is, I would collect plastic bottles and cans to buy him a ticket. Oh, we would all contribute. I mean, maybe a nickel, but I know it's been a long time since I had coins in the seat around the seat cushions. But I'll look, Oh, and I need to tell you about someone got there were 40, 45, 47, something like that. Trump phones, they're less than 50 made. There've been less than 50 made. And so there was a YouTuber who opened it up, and because it came in a case, and I'll tell you in a minute. See, there might be a plan. Talking about it, there might be a plan for him to go, but he doesn't. That's what I've got. Okay, so 40, 48, 15, Trump phones. So there is a channel that specifically does technology stuff, unboxings, that kind of stuff. And they got hold of this case. It was, I'm trying to figure out, how big was it? It was about like this, about that high, and it was this blue velour, dark blue velour-ish. And you open it up, and when you flip up the lid, you know what? Hang on. I've got it right here. Hang on. Right here. I've got a box. This is a little bit bigger than the actual box, right? So it's a little smaller than this, but this is blue velour. And when you open it up, right, whatnot, right here, there's a screen embedded, and it starts running one of Trump's rallies where he's talking about the phone. It is loud. And then it goes into the company who makes it, some of their promotional materials. And then the phone is sitting right here. And you pull it out. You pull the phone out, and it's chunky. It looks like it's maybe a little bit bigger than this. And But yeah, fancy music box thing, M. Kelpie. Yeah, something like that. Burns asking, a ballerina comes out and spins around. Yeah, man. Okay, so apparently, doesn't it use T-Mobile, something like that. So it's not really a special thing. You could go get a T-Mobile phone and they'd take better care of it. So, but they're still rolling in apparently it's $100 deposit or something. And I haven't heard when or if the actual phones are ever going to come out. Soul Aras. The T1 phone is a gold-colored smartphone, likely a reskinned version of the WingTech Revel 7 Pro 5G, which is sold by T-Mobile. Thank you. The one this guy had, it was black and with some gold on it. It wasn't pretty. Libya burner phone. Yeah. But here's the thing, for everybody putting in $100 deposits, the longer it goes, the more they're just raking in the interest on all that money. So if you've put money in, first of all, we need to talk. But your frustration while you're waiting, he's literally making money off of frustrating you. Oh, yes, the working man needs a Trump phone, the would-be emperor, and the crazy phone. Oh, yeah. So how exactly are people supposed to have the money for this? You're in a dark place. Anybody who's trying to buy one of these things, I'm serious, you're in a dark place. I don't know if you realize it, but this is a very blue channel. I've been very, very open about that. But it doesn't mean that somebody can't join it. It doesn't mean that that if MAGA showed up and said, I'm fed up, I'm done, you wouldn't be attacked here. That's not how we do. We only attack when attacked. We believe in self-defense around here. We care about people. So anyway, I think that's it. I've covered all the questions. I told you the silliness. I think that's all for now. So anyway, it's 1:06 p.m. here in Chicago, and I've covered everything, so I'm done. But I'll be on Creative Sprints at 3:00, and today is the first. Oh, I need to put this banner up so you know the name. Banners. Create a banner. Sarah. I think this is what it's called. I think that's it. Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. I can't, my brain okay. Anyway, today is the first day of Vlogmas. Hashtag VLOGMAS, Vlogmas, which is where people in December will come out with a short video every day talking about what they're doing, what they're accomplishing, their works in progress, all this kind of stuff. Sarah, this is Sarah's channel, and she's going to be publishing today. I have decided I'm going to as well over on the Color Organization channel. The links in the description, where I'm going to be talking about organization and Notion and AI and stuff like that. But this is Sarah's channel. So if you follow her, you'll see Sarah's content. And if you follow Color Organization here on YouTube, you'll see videos from me about business and organization and Notion and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be recording mine every day during creative sprints this afternoon. So I should, in theory, be posting be posting no later than 6 p.m. every day. So just letting you know. Beth says, I didn't even realize she had a channel. We'll go there for sure. Oh, thank you. Sierra says, Mary Vlogmas. Yes, or Vlogmas with the V. Oh, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. So glad I found you again. I missed all of you. Oh, I missed you. All right. So anyway, lucky girl, you international treasure. Thank you. If interested, here's a link to Autumn's YouTube channel, The Color Organization. Thank you. It's at Color Organization. And cases I'm already subscribed to Sarah. Excellent. All right. So, all right. How do I do? There. Okay. All right. So that will do it for today. But I'll be over in Creative Sprints at 3 o'clock in 2 hours, less than 2 hours. And other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow. And as soon as I know more about Patreon and when we can reschedule, I will let you know. So thank you so much. Please remember you're not alone. We're in this together. And there are good days ahead. So hang in there. All right. And I'll see you later. All right. Okay. Bye.